All right, this is Luis Sando, FightHype.com with Robert Garcia. Special day today. I saw on Instagram, 19 years since you won your first your championship. You still remember that day, Robert? Talk to me about that.
I remember that day, and it's crazy because today I woke up, started exercising a little because I started off the new year really bad, gained a lot of weight, but I started today. But then Pita calls me and says, "Did you know today's 19 years since you won the title?" And I remember the date. I'm like, March 13. Fuck, it is 19 years. Yeah, 19 years today. So I won my world title.
How vividly do you remember that, Robert? You still remember it like it was yesterday, or is it kind of cloudy? How do you remember it?
You know what? I remember it pretty clearly. It was a great training camp. We did training camp for that fight in Florida, because the fight was in Florida. So we did training camp in Florida. Fernando Vargas was with me through training camp because he fought on the same card. He fought on that card. If I'm not mistaken, Cepillo Casamayor fought on that card too. There was quite a few back then Cubans that were fighting out of, what was that, Team Freedom or something that they had. So we had, it was a good card. I won my title against Harold Warren, Lou Duva, rest in peace.
He was there.
We just passed the last couple of days. He was there in my corner, Lou Duva was there through training camp, so we invited him into the corner. He was a big name, very famous, very popular person, so we brought him into the corner with us. It was fun. It was pretty much an easy fight because I clearly won the whole fight. So at the end of the fight, when the decision was announced, it wasn't like a surprise to us. It was like I kind of already had a feeling I had won. The only thing that could have gone wrong was a robbery, but I didn't really see that happening either. There was no way, even a robbery. So it wasn't like that type of fight titles that you have a good like you feel like you won the title. I think it was my first title defense that made me feel like the champion, because my first title defense was against #1 contender Ramon Ledon from Cuba, and he dropped me in the second round and hurt me pretty bad. I got up and I got cut. I was bloody from my face, and I knocked him out in the 5th round. So that's what kind of made me feel like a real champion.
Are you fortunate, Robert, that you won a title? Because there are a lot of guys that have a whole career never won a title. How happy were you that you got to experience that? Because not a lot of guys get to do that.
Well, it was not only like you said, like a lot of guys don't get to do that. And yes, it's very hard to win a title, but the better thing about it is that I guess it was my dad's dream, to make a world champion, first world champion from Oxnard. All that was probably had a little bit more meaning. Yes, winning a world title is every fighter's dream, and that was my dream since I started boxing. But I was never really too much into boxing. I didn't really have that much like passion for the sport. I don't know. It was more like my dad's dream. Like he was the one pushing me to the gym. He was the one forcing me to the gym, and it was his dream. So becoming a world champion was huge. Like I'm telling you, for my dad, because he made a world champion. Me being the first world champion from Oxnard. Also our town in Mexico, where my dad's from, in Michoacan. It's like nobody really expected to ever see a world champion. I remember my dad telling me that a lot of relatives and friends from my dad's side of the family would tell him, you're wasting your time. Forget about boxing. And I'm just telling you that was like, I think it was like bigger for my dad to prove everybody wrong and to show that everything is possible.